Gaichu? Hello, my friend. Was there something else? What do you think of our benefactors? I wonder if they did not overstate the danger of Crate and the Special Duties Unit. I do not fear much, especially not a SWAT team. I believe that they are overstating the danger that she posed to us during the riots. Certainly she is dangerous, but then so are most of the enemies we faced. Yeah, I agree, Gaiju. I agree with you on that one. Consider it. We thwarted a AA corporation, survived a police APB, and stared down a god of death from beyond the depths of known astrospace. A SWAT commander seems to pale in comparison, don't you think? It's not that she's particularly dangerous, Gaiju, it's that she has powerful people backing her, and we need to take her out discreetly. Right, that's the difficult part. The discretion part is the difficult part. As for our benefactors, keep your eyes open. For all of her foul-mouthed posturing, I have admired kindly Cheng's insistence that we trust no one but her. I do not trust Chu or Lam. Lam's enthusiasm is cloying and false. Chu is a corporate soldier, and would no doubt execute us without a second thought if she were ordered to. If they try anything, we'll handle them. So long as we can free the big Texas. They have it chained down fairly well. It would sink quickly if attacked. Keep your eyes open, that's all I'm saying. How are you holding up with all of this? Gaiju shrugs and waves a hand in the direction of the door. Duplicitous corporate managers, triad gangsters, or police. What really is the difference? None can be a trusted ally. Each one would sell us out in a heartbeat if it benefited them in the long run. Yet I continue to be paid, and so I will remain. Do not be fooled by our benefactors. If anything they wanted were to be granted them, and they could earn promotions by arresting or killing us, they would. If everything they wanted were to be granted them, and they could earn promotions by arresting or killing us, they would. Money and power rule the city and everyone in it. It is a ravenous maw that devours the weak. I care little for their aims, other than that I can profit from them. What about Crate? Revenge for what she did? What she did to you. I never knew Carter, and I had a bounty on my head long before we ever met, simply because I'm a ghoul. Fundamentally, Crate is no more responsible for what happened to you than those who followed her orders. She received her orders from Josephine Sang, as we do from our clients. Revenge has no place in the shadows, unless the slight was personal. Crate's actions were simply business. Alright, we'll guide you. The ghoul lifts his chin, takes a deep breath in through his nose. Where you go, I will follow. My only counsel at this time is to be cautious, watch your back, and be prepared to have a way out. Alright, talk to you later, Gaiju. Gaiju knows what's going on very clearly. Shadowlands BBS. Crowdfund my Vladivostok trip. A lot of you already know me, but for those who don't, I'm Icy Sasha. Russian native. I've been decking in Hong Kong for over a decade. I have a business opportunity in my hometown, Vladivostok. And I have started a Pay My Way campaign to cover a no-frills round-trip ticket. Please support me. But why don't you... If your job pays, why don't you just... You're a pal and all, but why don't you just save up your new yen like the rest of us? And... Don't you mean you're borrowing money? Because you're gonna get paid, right? What's this business opportunity if it doesn't actually pay your way? Got any bonus funding goals? Good questions, good questions. Well, Panda Tax. Panda Tax. I hope to move back to Vladivostok. My opportunity is a contact with a megacorp that does not have a presence in that city yet. But if it works, it'll be very good for my contact. And very, very good for me. Bonus goal would be a one-way ticket to Vladivostok. Sold. I'll be delighted to spread the word to everybody, and I mean everybody, I know. Transferring creds now. What? I see. You're not skipping town without clearing your mahjong debt to me, are you? It's another one of my bonus goals. I'm paying you a visit, I see. Alright. Ticking mystery box for sale. I've got a mystery item secured in a metal alloy casing, freshly liberated from a Yamatetsu warehouse. It wasn't ticking before, but it is now, since it survived a bumpy motorboat chase. I figure it's safe. Since I don't have the engineering chops to liberate it properly, it's going to the highest bidder. Okay. It wasn't ticking before, but it is now. So it could be a beyond the bleeding edge biotech prototype, or it could kill you. Have I got that right? If you don't like it, don't bid. I do this all the time, man. People love surprises. It's fundamentally no different from a grab bag. Except for the possible death part, seriously, who's plunked down New Yen on unidentified stolen goods? I got the winning bid on a Fuji rattling container, giant box of Allen wrenches. I won a vibrating briefcase taken from a high-level airy scientist's office. Inside there was a, well, something you wouldn't expect to find in the workplace. Use your imagination. Alright. Ew. Anyway, it was in good shape, so I regifted it. And I'm out. Looking for romance. Wiry, handsome expat male looking for passionate encounters, not picky male or female. I enjoy hitting the night markets when I'm not tinkering with my drone or infiltrating AAA megacorps. No smoking, no recreational drugs in professional capacity, okay. Flexibility a must. Sometimes need to cancel dates at the last minute due to gigs, incarceration, first aid skills a bonus. Uh-huh. How's the dating scene here in Hong Kong? Just arrived in town. Got any tips? Where can I go to find that special gal? Honestly, Hong Kong's better for fleeting liaisons than long-term engagements. You should check out Frolic in Lan Kwai Fong. Lan Kwai Fong. The music's loud and freaky, and so are the clubbers. The scene can be a little rough though. I hooked up with this crazy elf there once, and every time I run my hands over the scar tissue, it really brings me back. It's not for everyone though, plus now I'm partially deaf. Have you tried Happy Valley? I'm not even kidding. Very intense long-term relationships can spring from the heart-pounding thrills of the racetrack. Really? Happy Valley is a horse racing place. Well, you can always try romancing somebody on your team if you've got one. Don't do that. Shudder, now that's bad taste. Give me Matrix dating any day. Oh, now that's a bad idea. Vultures in the Walled City. I just saw some corporate suits scouting around the Walled City. Gentrification imminent. And the rubble's barely settled in the slum. So the moment that life takes a turn for the better in the Walled City, some corp smells a profit and moves in. Appalling. Bet they buy up their tenements, tear them down, and put in luxury coffin apartment complexes and a helipad, so the well-heeled don't have to tread through the filth at street level. What about the Yellow Lotus? Can't see a try at letting a corp waltz in and demolish a source of revenue without so much as a whimper. So that's the thing. Bao's guys are nowhere to be seen. Ah. You know some red envelopes changed hands. New Yen talks, but the suit still brought plenty of private muscle. Clearly not taking any chances. Alright. So what are we doing? Just gonna walk back and forth and talk to these cops? Welcome back. Did you talk the job over with your crew? Yeah, we're in. Chu rubs the bridge of her nose between her thumb and forefinger. We'll be holding you to that. You can try. Uh... Don't worry about me. When I take a contract, I don't break it. But I do. I have broken contracts. I have actually broken contracts. Just tell me what you want to do. Just tell me what you want me to do. Straight to the point. Good. He throws Chu a sidelong glance. You want to get us started, Fiona? Oh, Fiona. We know that Crate and her people are dirty, but we don't have any ironclad proof. So how do you know? How do you know if you don't have proof, lady? We have to gather something concrete if we want to move on her. Got it. Keep going. Lamb acquiesces with a nod of his head. She's right. What we need is tangible evidence of Crate's wrongdoing. Financial records, written communications, video feeds, that sort of thing. We know where that proof is being held, but we can't get to it without tipping our hand. That's where you come in. So this is going to be a covert op then. You don't want things to go loud. Personally, I'd prefer it if you didn't lay waste to a police station, though Senior Inspector Chu may beg to differ on that. That said, some conflict is probably going to be unavoidable, no matter what you do. We're getting ahead of ourselves though, let's take this back a step. Oh, you're sending us to kill a bunch of cops to get your evidence. Crate likes to keep her people close to her. They've consolidated their power into a single police station on the harbor. Well, that's a vulnerability. If somebody nukes the police station, then they're gone. That's a liability. She leans over and pulls up an image on her terminal, an aerial holopeg of a squat building crowded up against the water's edge. There it is, an old STU headquarters, and Crate's current base of operations. They call it the Tiger's Den. Any special significance to the name? It's a throwback to the old days, before the Executive Council took over. Back then, the SDU were colloquially known as the Tigers, or the Flying Tigers. Had patches on their uniforms and everything. When Mitsuhama took over the Hong Kong Police Force's contract, they did away with a lot of the old symbols, but in this case the nickname stuck. Right. We're gonna get you into the station and you're going to liberate the information that we need. Then we're going to take Crate and her people down. And how do you suggest that we get in? Through the front door? She shakes her head. Not quite. You and your team will be smuggled in via the loading dock. With secure transport for you through an old associate of ours, a pirate and smuggler named Captain Jomo. You're working with Shadowrunners and a pirate? Aren't you supposed to be cops? She shrugs. We're a small task force. We work with the tools we have. I'm sure you do. This is highly suspicious, by the way. So long as you and Jomo can both follow basic instructions, everything should work out fine. We've already provided him with a copy of the station's timetable. He knows when they'll be flush with cops, and when they'll be running a skeleton crew. He will time your arrival so that you'll have minimal resistance to contend with. You trusted intel on the inner workings of a Hong Kong police force station to a pirate. Those protocols will be revisited soon enough, believe me. There are going to be a lot of changes inside the Hong Kong police force after we've completed this mission, Mr. C. I promise you that. Is that right? After Jomo gets you to the docking area, a woman on the inside will let you into the complex. You'll need to make your way up to the administrative level. That's where Crate's evidence room is located. We'll take up a position near the station, and from there we'll monitor your progress. Monitor us? How? She lifts an object from the desk and tosses it to you, a portable surveillance device. Your team will be outfitted with mics, body cameras, and condition monitors before you leave. We'll have a clear view of what's going on inside the station. I don't want you watching me on the job. That's too bad because this is our op. As long as you're inside, I need eyes on you for corporate oversight reasons. Rubbing her temple, she looks you in the eye. Mitsuhama has a financial stake in this operation going smoothly. I intend to make sure that it does, got it? You'll be spying on us, and if we land in hot water, you won't lift a finger to help. Have I got that right? If the shit truly hits the fan, if your heart rate's all flatline, say, then we'll do what we have to complete the mission. But you have to understand that our going in would strictly be a last resort. She's right, Casey. We can't afford to take any chances. If Crate and her employers find out about this task force, it'll put our entire operation in jeopardy. And if I get caught? You wouldn't spill on us. Your boss wants this job done as badly as we do. Besides that, you've got a built-in reason to be there. Crate and the SDU ambushed you, killed your friends, and destroyed your lives. It's only natural for you to want revenge. I mean, you ambushed us, kidnapped us against our will. Have you thought of that? So if I get caught, you're gonna let me take the fall. Sure, how's it any different from any other client you've worked for? You're a deniable asset, that's part of the Shadowrunner's job description. Yeah, well, most of my clients don't gas and kidnap me. You've already agreed to work with us, so what are you still crying about that for? She shakes her head. I swear, you're like my damn niece, and she's 4 years old. Now shut your mouth, listen to Lamb, and maybe we can get this over with. Does your niece have a gun? I'm gonna remember that you said that, Chu. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Lamb, will you continue the damn briefing? If Mr. C is ready, certainly. This briefing is for his benefit, Chu, not yours. Go for it, I'm listening. When you get to the admin level, you'll be stepping into hostile territory. Crate and her people will have more or less taken over the whole floor. And they won't think twice about putting a bullet in your head if they catch you there. What if I just kill all of them? Can I do that? If you encounter any resistance up there, you're gonna have to shoot your way through it. Oh, I can just kill them all. They won't give you the chance to do anything else. I'll be calling in a favor with Matsuhama to bring down the station's comms, so you won't need to worry about them calling in outside help. Anyone who's already in the building is your problem to deal with. You're okay with me killing cops? These aren't good cops, they're Crate's people, corrupt, violent and dangerous. The kind of assholes that ruin the public's confidence in the Hong Kong police force and put real constables' lives in danger. No, Casey, I don't mind if you shoot them. If I could get away with it, I'd take them out myself. Is that right? Frowning, Lamb acquiesces. Going in quiet is safer, but go ahead. If it comes to that, do what you have to do. I sure will, Lamb. Once you get past any resistance that you meet up there, you're gonna be heading to the evidence room. The proof that we need should be stored on disk in there, or maybe in a terminal. You'll be looking for a log of bribes accepted by Crate and the SDU. We could also use any other proof of corruption that you can find. Transaction records, archive communications between Crate and her clients, that kind of thing. You'll pull the evidence, get back to the boat, and return the package to us at the impound yard. We'll analyze it, and once we're sure that we've got her nailed, we'll make our move on Crate. Oh, is that it? It's just a 2-mission thing? Alright, so I find the evidence room, grab the data that you need, and get back to Jomo. He'll bring me back here to hand off the data. That's about the size of it. I think you can handle that. Guess we'll find out, won't we? You'll be fine. You made it through the walled city. You can handle a run on the police station. If you need gear, talk to Sergeant Lee out in the yard. He's our quartermaster. I'm sure that Captain Jomo can hook you up with anything that Lee can't, including any additional personnel that you might need. The good captain asked about you, by the way. Wanted to have a word about some side work. Oh, there's side missions? That's okay with you? You won't try to stop me from doing my own jobs on the side? As long as you keep them quick and concise, you can do your thing. We won't interfere, but our trust has its limits. Don't even think about turning against us or sabotaging this operation. You won't like what happens if you do. You won't live long enough to know what happens afterwards, Jew. We'll wait on you to launch the mission. We're on your timetable here. When you're ready to go, talk to Jomo. We're clear on all of that. Yeah, we're clear. Good. We'll see you at Crate's compound then. Can I really not just kill all these people? I can definitely just kill all these people.